Hey everybody, HMV here. Playing a new game. This is called Factorio. A lot of you probably already know about it. It's not exactly a well-hidden game. A lot of people seem to like this thing. I'm one of them. I decided that don't really feel like playing Kerbal Space Program right now, so I'm going to start something new, and that something new is Factorio. And I've loaded up this save here. This is the brand new version. It's called it's 0.13 is the beta version number, and it's pretty good. It's pretty fun. You do a lot. You find resources, you mine them, you automate the mining of resources, which is about what I'm going to do now here. The first thing I want to do is plop this guy down and put some fuel in him, and I chop down those trees to put fuel in him. And then he's going to burn the logs, and he's going to make stone here. And you see here, as he drops a piece of stone on the ground, I can hit the F key and pick it up, and it puts that stone into my inventory. But that's not the automation way. The automated way is to put a chest down. And I have to hit E, and that brings up your inventory. And then you can click on these things to pick what your inventory thing is. And then you grab this chest here, and it just creates it. It's like kind of like Minecraft, except for you don't have to remember anything. You just have to find it in the menu. And then now it's making the stone. Now, when you have 5 stone, you can make a furnace. Now, I don't actually want a furnace, but I do want a burner mining drill, which requires a furnace to make. You see that it makes 1 furnace and iron gear wheels. And you're like, geez, iron gear wheels. Iron gear wheels take iron plate. Where do you get iron plate? Well, you take iron ore and you put it in another furnace. So I'm going to pick this up because we have enough stone now. And then I'm going to take this drill that I had made, put it down there. I'm going to put this box that I made here. Going to put the fuel back in this thing, and it's going to start making iron ore. And I just realized I don't want the box here. I want to put the furnace here. And I need to chop down a couple more trees. Let's grab this log here just to get things started. And see, this thing is now, because this arrow here, it's putting the iron ore it's mining into here. And if I throw these sticks in here, it's going to start burning the iron ore and make iron plates, which is what I need to make those cogs. It's also a day-night cycle, and I'm sorry about that. It's kind of dark. There are mods out there that allow you to do things like lighten up the screen and things like that. I haven't gotten around to that part of the game yet. This is not like Kerbal Space Program where I mod everything. I will eventually, someday, get to the point where I'm modding everything, obviously. But I'm not there yet. So I'm just going to chop a bunch of trees here. You got to make sure as you're moving around that you're actually on the trees and not mining the ore on the ground. Oh, might as well grab that log off the ground. Okay, let's go back up to our thing here because everything's running. Okay, now you notice we've already got 12 plates. What can we do with 12 plates? Well, we can make more miner drills, which is a really good idea. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's also make another stone furnace. And we also are going to need coal. Coal is much better than trees because trees you have to knock down. Oh, and you can mine these rocks on the surface too. It's a good idea to get rid of these things because they just get in your way. And they give you 20 stone, which is pretty darn good. Okay, but we've got this big coal field right here. And if you look at the map, you can see that there's coal here, there's iron here, there's a little iron here, there's stone here, and there's copper here. And if you zoom out, you don't see it, but there's also oil fields around. Those show up as pink dots on the map. And if you find an oil field, you can actually pull oil out of the ground. So I've built up this miner drill here. And I think I'm actually going to bring it over here. I think I'm going to try to make this as easy on myself as possible. I'm going to plop this guy down. Doesn't really matter where. Well, let's put him right here. And then now he needs fuel. So I'm actually going to just mine a piece of coal here just so I have it. And then what I'm going to do here is there's conveyor belts that we want to make. Conveyor belts are the bread and butter of this game. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do this. I'm doing something very specific, actually. I'm going to do it like that. I'm actually thinking about rotating this guy. if you hit R on a thing that's on the ground, you can rotate it. So I'm actually going to rotate him this way. I'm going to change the way this conveyor belt's running. This is something you do a lot in this game, is you decide something and then later you realize that you don't like that. One other thing I don't like is the fact that I don't have any more iron, and I need to make an inserter. And I'll show you what an inserter does. This is all the cornerstones, the how you automate things. Now I'm gonna make an inserter. And what an inserter does is or burner inserter specifically. Anything with burner on it means it runs on coal. And burner inserters are cool because they come with just enough energy to grab something off the belt. So if I drop this coal in here, now this thing is burning coal to mine, and then it's throwing the coal on the conveyor belt. The conveyor belt's bringing it up here, and the burner inserter is picking it up and putting it in itself. Did you see that? Now it's not putting it in itself anymore because it has coal in it. But now it's going to turn it around and put it in the miner. And when the miner gets enough coal in it that it doesn't need anymore, then the coal's going to start building up on this conveyor belt. I think this is the last one it's going to pick up. Now the coal's going to build up. Oh, no, it's picked up one more. He's got 5 now. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Now the coal's building up on the conveyor belt. So now I'm going to run back over here. I'm going to pick up this, all this stuff here. We don't want this stuff anymore. Might as well pick this thing up off the ground that it grabbed. Because I don't want to have to fill this stuff with wood as time goes on. That's a funky green color there. I don't want to have to fill these things up. I want this all to be automated. So I'm gonna build this guy here, and I think I'm gonna put him. Doesn't really matter where I put him. It kind of does matter where I put him, but let's go ahead and put him here. And then we're gonna put this furnace back like we had it, and I'm gonna put this box here, and you'll see why in a moment. We need more transport belts. So let's just click on this a couple times, and notice it's building the gears and the transport belts for me, so I don't have to worry about that kind of garbage. And what I'm going to do here is we need this. Oops, we need to be going in the right direction. We need to bring this up like this, and that should be good. That's actually perfect. Okay, we need 2 more burner inserters. Actually, we only need 1 more burner inserter. That burner inserter is going to go here. It's going to put fuel in him. And then it's going to put fuel in this guy. And now he's going. Now, I need a burner inserter to get coal into here as well, which means we need more conveyor belts. You always need more conveyor belts. I'm just going to build a whole bunch. By the way, that is nowhere near the whole bunch that I probably need. And I'm actually going to change this guy so he's here. That's going to save me on a little bit of conveyor beltness. I'm going to run the conveyor belts, oops, and I'm going to run them all the way to here. So now I'm going to get a burner inserter so he can put coal in himself and then into the furnace. And now we've got the furnace and the stuff, and it's making iron just like it was before. Now I'm going to build 2 more of these inserters. I'm going to have one that's going to pull the iron out of this guy and put it in this box, and then another one to pull coal out of here to put it in this inserter, because they can put coal in themselves, but he can't put coal in himself because he's not grabbing coal out of here. He's only grabbing iron out of here. So now this is a self-contained little smelting factory, I guess you could call it that. It mines the coal, it puts it in here, it mines the iron, puts it in here, and then it puts actual iron in here. Now anytime I want iron, I don't have to go through all the rigmarole of gathering logs or anything like that. I just have to run over here and be like, oh, I want some iron. Bam, I got it. We're good. Now, continuing that idea, we've got up here. Oh, actually, it's over here. We've got coal. And the coal is kind of far away, which is kind of annoying. And there's really no, whatever this stuff's called. Actually, I said coal up here. There's copper up here. There's no copper down here or anything. But the copper up here is pretty good, and what we're going to want to do is basically the exact same thing we did down here. Duplicating things is a big idea in this game. We're going to want to do this same thing down here. So we're going to want 2 miners. We're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 burner inserters, and a furnace and a box. That's what we want. So let's go ahead and make these things. We want 2 miners. We want 5 burner inserters. And then we want a box. I believe that was the sum total of everything we need, right? Oh, and then just as many conveyor belts as we can make. So let's grab all these things. We're gonna be making so many conveyor belts, it's kind of ridiculous. So let's go ahead and mine right here. Seems good. Let's go ahead and put it here. And then we're gonna run the conveyor belts like this. You gotta turn a corner so that you can fit the miner in here, like that. And then we can throw a single log in here just to get him started, and then he'll be good from now on. And then I need to look up here, and how are we gonna get to this copper? I think I would like to get right here. Oops. And you see here, that's the conveyor belts I've made so far. Oh, stupid rocks in the way. Always get rid of the rocks whenever you stumble upon them, because they annoy forever. In the old game, they the old version, you know, a whole 2 days ago, version 1.2 or 0.12, it the rocks were indestructible by hand. You had to use a shotgun or some sort of a weapon to destroy them. Well, look at that, 21 copper plate or iron plates. That's awesome. Now, if you just click on these things, it generates 1. And actually, with plates, it's 2, because you notice it says 2 times transport belt. That means 1 iron plate and 1 gear wheel will make 2. And now you notice I'm not making the gear wheels. I could make a gear wheel or 2. Yeah, I can make a gear wheel and then use that gear wheel to make the transport belt. But if I just click on it, it makes the transport belt for me. So we're going to make all these. So I'm going to pick up the 8 iron that's come in here so far. And then, yeah, I want to just come on up here. I think I'm going to turn the corner here. Actually, I'm not. I'll do this. That's as far as that goes. Like I said, you need a lot of transport belts. And I could make another iron thing here, but I'm not going to at the moment. We're going to suffer through. Now, also, if you right-click on something, it puts 5. Now, I could make 5 total, but if I could have made more than 5, it would have only made 5. That's kind of convenient. And if you control-click, it'll make as many as it possibly can. Generally, you don't want to do that. Generally, you want to make 5 at a time at most of something, because you'll find that as you're moving along, you can fill up your little queue down here of things to make pretty easily, and then you want to make something, and you can't because your queue is full of junk that you're making that you don't even care about too much anymore. Now I've picked up this iron somewhere, so I'm just gonna toss it in there, so that he's full up on iron ore. We don't have to worry about that, and I don't need to carry it around. There's no reason to. Let's go ahead and make a bunch of these. And I think I'm getting bored enough that I think I'm going to actually build another one of these. So let's build another furnace. And let's put this miner here. Let's put him right here so he gets rid of that eventually. Let's go ahead and give him a burner inserter. Let's put another burner inserter here for this. And then I guess we're going to have to bring this conveyor belt down 1. So that he goes into this burner inserter, which then puts stuff in this box. So now we just doubled our production, which is pretty nice. We're now making twice as many of these as we can. We invested a little bit. We're going to need another one of these, and we're going to need another furnace when we get to the copper up there. But now we're making things twice as fast, which is always nice. That's one thing you want to do in this game is anytime you notice you're low on something and you can't make anymore because you're actually out of resources, you want to go find out where the bottleneck is and change it. And for me, the bottleneck currently it probably still is, but it was now. So you watch, if I hold down Control and hit click, or Control right click, why is it not working? Why is my brain? I just did it. Oh well, I'll just click a whole bunch of times. I don't know why it was doing that. I honestly have no idea, but it doesn't really matter. Where was I? Oh yeah, anytime you see a bottleneck, you want to fix it as fast as possible, and you always want your factory working, generating resources that you can come back later and get. So let's go ahead and I'm going to run this out a little bit farther before I start going up. And the reason I'm doing that is water is a resource in this game, and we're going to be utilizing that resource fairly soon as we come up. As soon as I start generating copper and automatically mining it, I'm going to go up there and utilize that. So now I would have only gotten 8 or so. There we go. See? Oh, just right click, I guess. I'm stupid about the control thing. Never mind. Control works other places, but it doesn't work there. I have won this game, but I'm still fairly new at it. Okay, let's go ahead and mine this rock because it's in the way. And I'm not... There we go. I also want this to be here. Okay, I need some more inserters, so we gotta go back down there. I basically need the exact same setup I have here. I already have the miner, and I already have the furnace, but I need 1, 2, 3, 4 burner inserters and a chest. So let's make the chest now. Go ahead and pick up our iron out of our boxes here. And then let's make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And that should be enough to get our copper factory running. And here's a trick. If you want to run faster, you can run on your conveyor belts. And then their moving forward also moves you, which is nice. Okay, oops, I don't want that. I want this guy. No, I want this guy. Let's go ahead and put him here. Let's put the furnace here. Let's put the chest here, yes. And let's put coal in this guy. Let's put coal in this guy. Let's put coal in this guy. And then let's put the results of the smelting in here. And you'll see here, this is going. It is generating copper. And the copper is being put in here. And we are now creating copper plates. Now, what can you do with copper plates? You can make electricity. That's the whole reason to make the copper plates. You see that the boilers and the steam engines don't actually require anything, this is what generates the electricity. But in order to transmit the electricity across, I need copper cables, and copper cables take copper plates. So let's go ahead and make some. Let's go ahead and make some electricity here. And this is where we want the water. Also, I believe the pump takes some copper. Yeah, the pump takes electronic circuits, and the electronic circuits take copper cable, which, as I have said before, takes copper. So let's go ahead and make an offshore pump. And then we're going to make 5 boilers. And then we need steam engines, which require more iron. So let's go ahead and make a bunch. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch of iron. The ratio of steam engines to boilers is 14 to 10, which is kind of a crazy thing. But at the beginning, you don't really need 14 and 10. You really only need 5 and 7. So I'm gonna make 7 total steam engines. They're kind of heavy on resources, but this is one of those things that is so worth it. Now I need to decide where I want my electricity to be made, and I think what I want to do is I want to kind of follow it up here. So we're gonna put this pump right here. So it's gonna pump water out of here, and you never run out of water. That's one of the nice things about this game. And we're going to just run these 5 things out here. And then we are going to plop 2 of our steam engines down. I'm going to actually kind of fit these guys in like this. Yeah, I think I can put him there with no problems. Oh, I have 3 of these guys. Well, let's put one up here as well. And I think if I put this guy here, can I run around him? The answer is no. So I'm actually going to change this. I'm going to put him here so I can run between him like this. It's nice to have space. One thing that is not lacking in this game is space. You never run out of space. You can always run out of resources, but you can always just make your base a little bit bigger. And big bases is kind of part of the game. Okay, let's just make 2 more steam engines. We want 7 total. Until I have 7 total, that's all my resources are going into. We have 3. Now we have 4. I think I'm going to actually double these guys up. So there's 5 total. And then we just need 2 more, and then I can start running. Things up here, and I can actually do that right now. What I want to do is off of a spur off of this thing, probably going. Let's just send him up this way. We're gonna do this, and then this guy is going to take. I think he'll be able to take off of here, but he might miss him. Yeah, see, he's too slow to grab off of there. So let's go ahead and actually run it this way then. And then hopefully by now we'll have enough iron to make our last 2 steam engines. Yes, and we probably don't have any to make more transport belts, which is no fun, but not a big deal. Let's go ahead and place our last 2 of these. Let's go ahead and put him there. And then we're going to create one more, and we just need to make sure that we can get around it. And let's go in 2, because we're going to need to fit pipes in there too. Pipes is a thing you have to worry about as well. Moving on here. Okay, we need more transport belts. So obviously, as you notice, our problem here is iron. And I should be fixing that as soon as possible. So let's go ahead and make another burner mining drill. Couple more hands. And another furnace, probably. So let's go ahead and let's do it right here. Put the burner here. Let's rotate him. He is now doing that. I just realized a problem with this, in that I can't automatically put stuff in here because of the way I set up the belts. So let's rotate him this way, so he's sticking stuff off this way. Let's put this here. Let's put this burner here. Obviously, I need one more burner and another chest. I don't have the metal for a burner, so let's go ahead and grab up all this metal. Put our box here. We need one more burner. Actually, we need one more burner. We'll put this burner here, and then this one here, so that he's getting coal. He's going to run out of coal, and then once he gets enough coal in him to be happy, then he's going to put it in him, and now we are making 3 of these things. We have tripled our production, and let's go ahead and, yeah, shift does it. Okay, yeah, shift and click makes as many as possible. Okay, so now we're making these things, and what we want to do is we want to, just like with the things, we want these to be on this side right here. Now we have enough conveyor belts to get coal up to there. So now we need a couple more burner inserters. So let's grab all the iron out of all of our 3 of our chests. This is, by the way, one of the things you can automate eventually here. And let's make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inserters here. And then what we're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are good. Now you notice also, he is grabbing all the coal and putting it here. That's not a big deal because we don't actually need all that much copper yet. And there's plenty of coal up here built up. So the copper's going to run for a while anyway. However, this would be bad. But you don't use much coal in these things either. So as this coal builds up, once these guys are all full, it's going to build up all the way to here. And then this guy won't be able to put any more coal on this belt. And then he's going to sit there, and then the coal's going to head up to here. So now we have these, we can start making electric poles. Notice these guys are saying that they, and then we could also make some pipe, actually. Let me make some pipe really quick. If the game's going to let me, it is. Let's make 1 underground one, and then as many of these as I can. For electricity, these things kind of seem like they shouldn't have to be plugged into electricity, but they do. They have to be. What this warning here is telling me isn't that they're not powered, it's that they don't have anything to power. Once they get something to power, then they'll be fine. They also need water to them. See, the water's coming out of the pump, going through the furnaces into these guys, and then around to here to these guys, and then over here. Now, what I want to do here, that's actually not going to work, is it? Because I can't come out like this. You know what? I don't have to go back here. I wish I could make more pipe. So let's go ahead and grab some more iron. Those things, they'll show you that they're not hooked up to power anything else. Now, I don't actually have anything that I want to power at the moment, but I will very soon. That's why I'm setting this whole thing up, is so that I will have something to power. And actually, now that I'm thinking about this, I think I'm going to... I don't have a pipe here, do I? No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how these pipe to grounds work. I'm going to run a pipe out from this guy. Oh, this. I'm going to run this pipe out from this guy. Now, if you run a pipe underground, see how it connects and goes underground, and then it's showing you this line here? This is where the pipe comes out. So if I can bring it up here, and then here, now these guys are actually connected, and water is getting into these guys, but I can run through here. If I had pipes here, see, I can't run through the pipes. That's an important part of this game, is figuring out how to put your pipes so that you don't block yourself. I'm going to make a bunch of these pipes and a couple more pipe to grounds, and then a couple more of these. Come on. And then I want this to come out here. I don't worry too much about blocking this, so I think I'm going to make this many more pipes. And then now all these guys are hooked up to water. And if you look here, on the right-hand side, it says the water temperature is 80 degrees. Obviously, you want it to be 100, but these guys aren't actually doing anything right now because we're not pulling any power out. As soon as we will be pulling power out, the temperature of these will go up to 100 degrees. So, and I hope I have these ratios right. I might actually have them backwards. I'll check that. It might be 17 of these to 10 of these, now that I'm thinking about it. And I'm almost positive I'm correct about that. But not a big deal. I can actually fix the ratio by just disconnecting this pipe here. And then these guys are now getting close to 100. So, yeah, 5 of these to 4 of these. Probably closer to 5 to 3. But that's fine. Okay, now, let's make something to power. What would be a good thing to power? Well, I bet you we would love to be able to mine faster. That would be something really nice. And mining without using coal to mine is the way to go. So let's run up here. We've made a whole bunch of copper. Let's just take it all. Yeah, control grabs everything out of there. And then now we can make 2 electric mining drills. Let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2. And obviously, where we're hurting on mining is, as always, iron. So let's go ahead and fix this problem. What we're going to do here is we are going to make these big miners. Now, if you see here, notice it's got a green area around it that's 5 by 5, whereas the miner itself is 3 by 3. If you look on the right here, it says mining power is 3, mining speed is 0.5, and I guess it doesn't tell you that. I think when you build it, it tells you mining area 5 by 5 down there. See that? So what this does, though, is this eliminates the need for coal. We don't need to run coal into here anymore. So if I just click this guy down, he's not going to do anything because he needs power. So that's where the electric poles come in. I'm gonna take a pole here. I'm gonna lay it here, and then you see how we have that wire coming? We can run these electric poles up to here. Of course, I'm 1 off. So let me move this guy because I think I can move him 1 over. There we go. Now these guys, see, these guys have started running now. They're chugging away. And this guy is also running, and you see he's dropped iron on the ground. Iron ore on the ground. So let's build ourselves another furnace. Let's plop that thing down. Now I don't want to have to run coal over here to pull the iron out of here. Luckily, we have a regular inserter. And the regular inserter is just like a burner inserter, except it runs on electricity. So we can put this guy right here. Notice he needs power. We also want a box so he can put stuff into the box. And then if we just run an electric pole over to him. Oh, we need to put coal into this thing. Well, there goes that idea. Let me think about this for a second. We can do this. You still need coal for the furnaces. Which I really should have thought of. And you need to grab this thing. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and put our furnace here so it can access this coal. And I think we can put it right here. Now let's put it right here. And then this guy, we'll put him over here. And then we'll put this miner here. And then we need another one of these. Inserters, which means we need more iron. But luckily, we have a ton being made down here. So we're going to make another inserter to put coal into this guy. And notice he also moves a little bit faster than these burner ones. So every time you do this, it's an upgrade. Now I'm going to plop another one of these electric poles down so we get power from up here. And now we are fully automated. And now, granted, you do need more iron, or you do need more coal for the furnace just to get it to work, but you don't need coal for this. And that is very critically important, that this makes it easier to mine out this whole area. And I'm actually going to build, like, I don't know, we'll build all 3 of these, and I'll show you what we can do here as these things get built. I'm also going to go up here and we're going to power up these guys, because right now we're only using the 2 of these guys that this thing can reach. So I'm going to bring a power pole over here, and then I'm going to put another one in here. And now we've got all 3 of these, and when the time comes and these guys get hooked up to the grid, they'll start generating power as well. But we just don't need them right now, so we won't worry about that. And see, this guy's generating iron really fast, which is nice. But now we have 3 of these guys, so let's go up here and let's set these guys up in kind of a pattern to get as much as we possibly can out of this thing. And notice I didn't have to actually do that. Let me get rid of him. He can actually go back here because his little green line reaches out to those ones. So we can spread these guys out more. And I think I'm going to put this guy here, although that power pole is there. You can always move power poles. You can't always move the miners to where you want them. So there's 2 of those guys, and let's just put 1 guy right here. Oh, I have another one. So let's go ahead and use him. Let's put him there. Okay. Let's put our power poles back. Put 1 here. Oh, we need to make more. Always at the making more. I'm just going to make a whole bunch. You make them pretty quick. So we're going to put this guy here and this guy here. And then we obviously need to reconnect it to the grid because it lost its grid. And now we're really chugging through the stuff. Now, I don't want to have to put a furnace on each one of these guys. So what we're going to do here is we're going to run a conveyor belt